Okay guys, today we are going to upcycle the product, the air purifier. Named it Love Air Pure Air Plus. It is a small four-factor air purifier which has dual-layer ion technology from the back and the front. It has the proprietary air filtration technology and the carbon fiber filter, which is something like this. But because I don't like this carbon filter, so I decided to replace it with a model that can accept the dedicated pellets that I have. Oh, by the way, this is the modded air purifier because, well, you guessed it, I tried to upcycle it from a year ago, which is to replace the board that only accepts one type of fan to the type that I can use. So let's get started, I guess. Okay, so this is the original board. It has the M-ion, which is from the back of the unit. We have dual ion, which is from the front of the unit. We have the gas sensor, which detects certain gases, and we have the switch, which I don't know what it's just called until I see that it connects to buttons. We have the FND display. We have FND RGB, which is protected by the resistors, and then probably connect straight to the microcontroller. We have the fan, which I will talk about this later, and we have power, which also uses the same connector as anything else. Here are the chips that the original board used. It has PIC16F1829 microcontroller, an obscure MC222R segment panel multiplexer, and MC34063 buck boost converter. So I can control the fan with MOSFET, except this controller controls the fan differently. So since I am not going to tap this connector, I am just going to skip this controller and then just use the BWM from the dedicated pin. And while you're at it, why not to add some gimmicks that I like to use, like Wi-Fi, HomeKit, or something like that. So here it is, the Nano Air Purifier Extreme Hickory board. I've kept the nano filter Hall effect sensor, but I ditched the carbon filter Hall effect sensor. Here are the chips this board uses. It uses TM1652 segment panel matrix multiplexer controller. It has two optocouplers to send 3-volt logic from 5-volt signals. The buck converter is exhaust, and the microcontroller has been split. But why was it split, you might ask? Well, it's because of switch constraints, as I want to use the PIL instead of slotting chip in, making iterations easier. And by the way, the chip in question is ESP32C6, which is the 32-bit microcontroller. So after a year of rest, I've came across this. I've designed the second version, also known as G2. I've added as many capacitors as the original board, and then adjusted some connectors as some of them didn't have enough space or was over-constrained when being connected. It has the shimmy trigger, which allows the controller to inject 5-volt logic pins to such matrix controller, and then here's the connectors that have kept, except the PM3.51, in which case it can also be I2C because, well, glitches. So I have to build this together. Okay, so apparently there is a breakage on this cable, and that breakage is odd, as you can see here. So this cable is a flex cable, except that you can see that the metal contacts can be broken down. I don't know what kind of material it is, but in fact these things are adhered by glue. so that's why it breaks like this. I can destroy it by using my finger, and then there we go. This project is going to be destroyed. Well, just kidding. There is a new flex cable from myself. This cable was bought like almost a year ago, so that's why I can continue this project almost immediately. Okay, here we are. Okay, so I need to put the filter near the Hall effect sensor just to make this indicator work. But then these matrix indicators weren't working as expected. So there must be some problem on my side. After finding out that there is some loose part on the matrix controller, it finally works. For crying out loud, look at this. It's not working, although there are glitches. Because, well, it's still glitches. So, yeah. And yes, you can manually change the settings as you would like. You can even see display animating. Well, here's the back of the unit. It's not working just fine. Except the matrix controller, which is glitching. Even though I added the shimmy trigger just to turn the logic to 5 volts. So yeah. So that's probably it.
And now, the greatest part. The part where we caught the culprit for around 7 hours.
So I have to dig around on why the air purifier freezes. In which case I have to dig inside the code. I tried merging the minutes all together, not helping. Tried turning flow into long, not helping. And then there is a post where someone figures out that their software freezes because of IGMP not being enabled. That's still nothing on me. And then on my own solution, try removing the where counting. That doesn't help. And then I excluded to matrix controllers dependency, and that helped the problem. The culprit is this. Well, it's not the hardware, despite the hardware still has problems such as glitching, but the software glitch is more severe. So I have to ditch this and decided to use the new pixels that is on my own. I've used 5 of my baby drum circuit boards, and then I've created this. It's finally working. And yes, I have to exclude that controller's dependency just to make sure that it can run overnight, and it did. And that means, well, I have to change something. So I have to run this air purifier overnight again, just to see if the new Pixel one still also falls behind glitching or freezing. And yes, we are going to release this circuit board and the code to the lovely followers of me. So if you want to get this board while you have the same type of air purifier, consider following me on any platforms or subscribing to my YouTube channel if that is what you are watching, and then hop into my website in the description to join via the form. So anyway, that's about it for the air purifier. But for now, we have these circuit boards too. These things are the switches from my 3D printer because it needs to be like modern computers. So this thing is going to be released now. Well, these are probably the greatest POWERFET I have built. So if you want to get this, do it now, and then thank me later. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for my next video.